Good evening. I expect this is coming out in the evening for this week. It's the Commodores Weekly Wrap. This week we had our first committee meeting. I'd never even been to a committee meeting, and I was charged with running it. But fortunately, we had some very experienced people there that were very helpful and helped me out. So it went really well. At least I think it went really well. We went a little over time by about an hour, but we covered plenty of territory. And so from that, there's a few things I want to share with you and get your cooperation and feedback on. So the first thing was back in the day. So I think I joined the yacht club back in '94. Maybe. But back then, we used to, throughout the summer, just every so often, have a bit of a day cruise in company. It was a bit of a dodgy race. Like, there wasn't a formal start. We kind of all lined up and someone yelled out on the radio or whatever, and we might have sailed down to Little Fancy or something like that. Rafted up, put the anchors down, all that sort of stuff. Went ashore and had lunch on shore and had a good old time, brought the families, all the kids were there, and they were really terrific days, fun days. And then we'd have a bizarre race on the way back as well. I think there was one time I was sailing with John Penman on a little Sun-made 20 back in the day. And we started the race. It was just he and I sailing on the little Sun-made 20, and we had the kite on, the full number one, the full main, and the 8-horse going flat out, and went to the front of the fleet with the motor going. So it was all very low key, and it was a lot of fun, and the kids enjoyed it. And I just wanted to know your feedback, particularly because we would love to get people with boats that aren't necessarily racing boats involved in the club. Even motorboats. I'm on my motorboat at the moment, and it'd be great to get a bunch of people who aren't necessarily all that interested in racing to start to use their boats a little bit more. And there's nothing more fun than just going for a cruise for the day in company, looking after each other and having a good old time. So we'd love your feedback as to if that would interest you. Also, if that interests you, and you know other people who potentially could be a member of the club, have a boat, don't use it all that much, and this would get them back out on the water and starting to use their boat, I think it would just be a great thing. Whether it be a yacht or a motorboat, it doesn't matter so much. But give me your feedback. Let me know. You can do it in the comments section in Facebook, if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can put it in the comments section, or you can simply just reply to the email that this message came on and just give me your feedback about that. Also, Andrew Fife, many moons ago, came up with the idea of Dad's Army, just a group of people that could take responsibility for the maintenance of the clubhouse itself. Now, I don't know. Somebody will tell me if Dad's Army is a politically incorrect thing to be saying now, but I can't see that it is. All we're really talking about is anybody, and it's not just males. It could be anybody who has some spare time that can get involved in little projects to do maintenance on the club. And we're sort of thinking about, it might be once a fortnight or once a month, just a working bee during the day. People that are retired or have the time freedom to be able to come and help out. And currently it's being coordinated by Doug Jack, but Doug's building his boat, and we're hopefully getting Andrew to at least look after the scheduling and when that might happen and what jobs to do. And we're putting a budget towards it. so we can just improve a few things around the club and sort of maintain it and keep it in good nick, which takes a bit of effort. But if it's something that you would like to be involved in, could you just, again, just reach out to me you can just reply to the email that this message came in and let me know if that's something that you'd like to do, and I can pass your information on to either Doug or Andrew or whoever's ever coordinating the maintenance projects on the yacht club. That would be much appreciated. Membership, it's ready to go. It was ready to go a week or so ago, and we had a false start because there was some disconnect between the mechanics on the website and the Australian sailing and generating the Australian sailing numbers and so on and so forth. I've been told by Gus that that's all ready to go, and we would really, really like you to renew your membership. As I said, if you've got other people who have a boat that would like to get involved in the club, maybe jump on a boat to go racing, maybe take their boat racing, or maybe just come out and do a cruise from time to time in company with some other boats. That would be really, really cool. Encourage them to join. It can all be done through the website. If you have any trouble joining through the website, just send an email to Gus. Gus's email address will be in the email that this message came in if you've got any trouble. But from my perspective, I would really, really appreciate you helping Gus out and not making this a drawn-out affair for Gus and have him sort of having to chase people. We don't want to have to send the boys around, you know. So if we can get your cooperation, just jump on the website and renew your membership. And if you've got any trouble with that side of things, let Gus know and we'll help you out and we'll get it done for you. I've already covered the encourage others to join. As I said, a power boat, no boat. And you know, we can do our very best to get people out on the water. Maybe it might be that they want to buy a boat, don't know what sort of boat to get, and just by joining the club they can tap into ask a whole bunch of different people about their experiences to what they should get. So there's lots of reasons to join the club. We would also, if you have a responsible serving of alcohol attainment certificate, and it's a current one, and you are available to help out with the bar, particularly at the pipe opener, so that's not this weekend, it's the weekend after. If you are available to do an hour, 2 hours, whatever, on either the Friday night or the Saturday night, could you please let us know? Again, best thing to do is go directly to Gus. His email address is in the email that this message came on, so you can reach out and let him know, just so he's able to schedule and organise to make sure that the bar is covered. There's quite a few boats entered in the pipe opener, so I'd imagine there'd be quite a few people there, particularly on the Saturday night. And it'd be great if we had a bunch of people that could lighten the load rather than the responsibility just being on a small group of people to do that. That would be wicked. We're also looking for someone who would like to take responsibility for being, we're going to call it the barbecue master, I think is a good name. Not for the pipe opener, but for this coming summer season, particularly the twilights. And that is just somebody, not necessarily to run the barbecue or cook the barbecue every Wednesday night, but again, someone that's just responsible for getting names together, getting a roster together to make sure the barbecue is looked after. That would be the main role. The secondary role is to make sure that the stocks are always there. So to get the sausages, the hamburgers, the bread in the freezer, and make sure that there's always plenty of stuff there ready to go. But it's just, it would be great to have a person or a couple of people that could work together to take responsibility for organising that and make sure it flows beautifully. Again, it always seems to have been left up to one person or a couple of people that always seem to be doing it. It'd be great to spread the load and have one or two people organising it, recruiting people, setting up rosters, making sure the supplies are there. That would be wicked. So if that's something that you would be interested in helping out the club with, just let me know, and we'll figure out how to make that happen. That would be great. On the weekend of the pipe opener, it would be fantastic if you are available and would like to be able to help Greg Hawthorne out on the committee boat. So we need to have somebody on the committee boat for the Saturday race, and don't really want to just leave it up to Greg to be able to do that by himself. It'd be great to have one, maybe even two people on the boat with him just to help start, take time, set marks, all of that sort of stuff. It's a big ask to get Greg to do it by himself. So if you are available and can help out for either the Saturday race or the Sunday race, that would be much appreciated. Again, just let me know, reply to the email. I can forward your information on to Greg, and we can put you together to see how that might work. I think that's pretty much it. Apart from, I was told to remind you that to get your membership done, because technically and from an insurance point of view, if your membership isn't financial, it means that you're not insured, and that puts a bit of an impost on the club, and we don't want to do that. So please, please, please jump on the website straight away, renew your membership. If you've got any problems, let Gus know. We'll help you get it sorted, but make sure you get it done really as soon as possible to make sure you're all covered and everything's all hunky-dory and no one's going to get in any trouble. Again, getting some wonderful responses, getting some great support and feedback through the email. If you've got any feedback about what we could do to improve the quality of the member experience, the value of the member experience, let me know. I know that the one suggestion came through about getting to know other people in the club. So when you show up and you're either new or you don't know too many people in the club, sometimes it's difficult to start up a conversation, say after a race or after a twilight race or whatever at the barbecue. And so the suggestion was to maybe use the weekly wrap to start to introduce some members, what boats they sail on, all of that sort of stuff. So I fully intend to do that, but it would be really helpful if you dob some people in. So I don't particularly know everybody in the club either, but it'd be great if you could let me know any stories that would be amusing, maybe the opportunity to throw somebody under the bus so we could all get a laugh, any funny stories of anybody in the club, so we can introduce the members of the club to the rest of the members in the club, what boats they sail on, what's their superpower, any funny stories, any silly things that they've done that we could all have a good laugh about. That would be great to send through to me, as well as any other suggestions you've got on how we can make the experience of being a club member more fun and more valuable. So please let me know just by returning your thoughts and ideas to the email that this message came out on. So that's it for this weekly wrap. Look forward to having a great week. Remember that the Working Bee is this weekend. It's this Saturday. If you can be there, lend a hand, bring your gloves, and be there at 9 a.m. The more people that are there, we can get it done faster and not impose on people's time. More people we get there, the faster it'll get done, the better it'll get done. It'll all be good. So if you can get there, please get there. Love to see you there. That is it for this week's Commodores Weekly Wrap. Have a great week. Be talking to you again next week. Keep the suggestions rolling in. Love it. Bye for now.